Welcome to the best racing channel in the world. We've got Bowman Gray Stadium racing coverage, the TCWN post-race show, Burt Myers back in Victory Lane. Welcome to the Charles Warren Network, the best racing channel in the world.
This is Burt Myers.
And this is Brandon Ward.
You're watching the
Charles Warren Network.
What's up, best racing channel in the world? Back for another edition of the TCWN post-race show. And this episode may be a little bit longer than usual, but the reason why is because we're going over the championship analysis and predictions for the 2022 season. We're going to go ahead and get into it. Modified race number 1, Burt Myers back in Victory Lane. He is followed by Danny Bowman, the Rocket Tam Brown, Chris Fleming, the Showstopper, Brandon Ward, John Holloman, Junior Snow, Jason Myers, the Flying Floridian, Jeremy Gerstner, and Randy Butner rounds out the top 10. Now we're going to go ahead and get into race number 2. Jonathan Brown is your winner for the 5th time of the season. He is followed by Jason Myers, the Rocket Tam Brown, Brandon Ward, John Holloman, Chris Fleming, Jeremy Gerstner, Burt Myers, Lee Jeffries, and Junior Snow rounds out the top 10. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the point standings for the modifieds, which is very important later on in this video. Tam Brown is still your leader with 696. He's followed by Brandon Ward with 687. He is followed by the Showstopper Chris Fleming with 654. Then the 5-time winner Jonathan Brown is 4th with 644. And then Burt Myers makes his way up inside the top 5. He has 639. And then the younger brother Jason Myers is 6th with 638. And then John Holloman is 7th with 601. And then the Flying Floridian Jeremy Gerstner is 8th with 564. And then 9th is Randy Butner with 334. And then round out the top 10 is Lee Jeffries with 501. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the McDowell Heating and Air Sportsman Series. Riley Neal actually won it on the track, but after the race, the teenager Chase Robertson was declared the winner. And Zach Clifton is 2nd, followed by Wesley Thompson, the Tiger Tommy Neal, Mitch Gales, Justin Taylor, Donkey Strong, and then Kyle Southern 7th, followed by Zycor, fan favorite Amber Lynn, and Casey Kepley Jr. rounds out the top 10. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the second sportsman race. Donkey Strong, Justin Taylor gets his 3rd win of the season. He is followed by Zach Clifton, the Tiger Tommy Neal, Mitch Gales, the teenager Chase Robertson, fan favorite Amber Lynn, Casey Kepley Jr., Chase Lewis, Connor Branch, and Wesley Thompson rounds out the top 10. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the point standings. Tommy Neal is still your leader with 682, and then Justin Taylor 2nd with 656, and then Zach Clifton is 3rd with 652, and the teenager Chase Robertson is 4th with 637, and then Michael Adams is 5th with 609, and then Zach Orr with 566, and then Amber Lynn with 545, and then Riley Neal with 531, and then that is a tie actually for 8th with Wesley Thompson and Riley Neal with 531. And then rounding out the top 10 is Kyle Sullivan with 400. I'm about to say it for the second time. 455. Kyle Sullivan rounds out the top 10. Now we'll head over to the street stock division where Zach Staley is your winner, followed by the K-Train Kevin Gilbert, and then Christian Joyce, followed by Craig Hartless. Wow, 4th place finish, good for him. Kel Martin is 5th, followed by Connor Shaw. Wes Glacio, I guess is his name. I don't know. Charlie Gregg, 8th place. 9th is Brian Sykes Jr. And then Emily Lewis, I guess, is 10th round out the top 10. I guess that's a new way to spell Emily. I'm not sure about that, but I hope that's right. I'm going to go ahead and get into their point standings. Billy Gregg is still your leader with 696, and then Nate Gregg is 2nd with 672. And then way back in 3rd is Brian Sykes with 570. So that's about 100. That's 102 points behind the 2nd place guy. And then 4th is Christian Joyce with 566. And then 5th is David Creed with 560. And then 6th is Zach Staley with 554. And then the K-Train Kevin Gilbert is 7th with 506. And then Bryant Robertson is 8th with 504. Taylor Robbins with 496. And then Brian Sykes Jr. rounds out top 10 with 476. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the stadium stocks. They only ran one race again this week, so you know the drill. AJ Sanders, your points leader, is your winner. He's followed by Brandon Brindle, Show Me the Money. Chuck Wall is third. He's followed by Blaine Curry. Watt Sapp, Isaac Harris, Connor Keaton, Steven Sanders, Kyler Staley, and Cody Gum rounds out the top 10. Now we're going to go ahead and get into their point standings. AJ Sanders is still your leader with 754, and then Brandon Brindle is second with 734, and then Watt Sapp is third with 666, and then Blaine Curry is fourth with 624, and then Justin Owens is fifth with 590, and then Brandon Krotz is sixth with 562, and then Show Me the Money Chuck Wall is seventh with 528, and then Cody Gum is eighth with 522, and then Andrew Cates is ninth with 490, and then Kyler Staley rounds out the top 10 with 480. So that does it for your results and points. Now we're going to go ahead and go over the analysis. We'll go, modifieds first. So let's see, Tim Brown and Brandon Ward is your top two. Tim Brown, 696, and then Brandon has 687. So if we go over the numbers here, Tim has a 9-point advantage over Brandon Ward. As we look over to the current point standard, or not point standards, but point system that Bowman Gray has, this right here is the normal point system. I don't know if y'all can actually see that. There you go. You should be able to see it now. But there's the regular points. But actually, if y'all don't know, and y'all should, the season finale is double points. So obviously, with the double points in play, each position down is 4. So Tim basically has a 3-position lead over Brandon. So basically, obviously, y'all can probably finish my sentence by now. If Brandon finishes in front of Tim Brown, he's got to have 3 cars in between Brandon and Tim to win the championship. So if Brandon wins, Tim's got to finish 4th for Brandon to win the championship. And if Tim finishes in front of him, it's over, obviously. That's the modifieds. Pretty simple explanation here. Now we'll go ahead and head over to the sportsman class. Tommy Neal and Donkey Strong Justin Taylor is in the top 10 in points. And Tommy Neal's your leader, of course. He has a 26-point advantage over Donkey Strong. So the odds are highly against Justin Taylor. If we look, 4 points is 1 position. So to add all that up, Justin Taylor has got to have 7 cars in between him and Tommy Neal to win the championship. That right there is going to be a hard task. So, when we add it all up, for an example, if Justin Taylor wins the race, Tommy Neal, he's going to have to finish 8th for Justin Taylor to win the championship. So that's a pretty tall task. But if there's anybody that can do it, it is just Donkey Strong Justin Taylor. But I don't know, Tommy Neal has been fierce this year. And in fact, if we look at his stats this year, Tommy Neal has a good repertoire. He has 16 top 5s and 20 top 10s this season for Tommy Neal. So that's right there, Justin Taylor. Hey, if he wins his championship, he's the man. Let me tell you something. But I believe he can do it. He can do it. I mean, it's not impossible. So Justin Taylor still got a chance to win his championship, but he's going to have Tommy Neal to have some bad luck. Like I said, 7 cars has got to be in between Justin Taylor and Tommy Neal. And, Justin Taylor's, of course, got to be the lead car. That's how the sportsman cars stack up. Now we're going to go ahead and go over the street stocks. Okay, so Nate Gregg is going to win the championship. We're just going to have to get over that. Because like I said, Nate Gregg is in second. He's got 672 points. Third place is Brian Sykes with 570 points. So that's 102 points just between second and third. So obviously Billy Gregg and Nate Gregg is either going to win the championship. It'll just depend on who does better than the other. And if we do the math here, Billy Gregg has a 24-point advantage over his son, Nate Gregg. So that's going to be a pretty tough task, I should say. But like we said, that's 6 cars that needs to be in between Nate Gregg and Billy Gregg to win the championship. And Billy's been fierce this year too. In fact, if we check out his stats here, coming into the modified twin 50s, and Burt Myers made the cover again because he won the past weekend. Anyway, if we look at his stats coming into the modified twin 50s, he has had 12 starts, 10 top 5s, and 10 top 10. So he's been in the top 10 he's actually been in the top 5, all but 2 starts, and then the same pretty much goes for Nate Gregg, except he's got 11 top 10s and 10 top 5s. So, basically, their stats are pretty much the same, except Nate Gregg only has one more top 10 than his dad Billy does, and of course all 12 starts, because if you're not, obviously. So, anyway, that's going to be a pretty tall task, too, for Nate Gregg. He may be able to do it. I don't know, though. Billy's been in top 5 all but 2 races this year in the top 5. Now, we're going to go ahead and get into the last, division of today. In the analyst part of this video, you've got AJ Sanders and last year's champ, Brandon Brindle, in second. And they've got a 20-point, or AJ's got a 20-point advantage over last year's champion. He's got 700. AJ's got 754, and Brandon Brindle's got 734. And if we look at that, that is 5 positions on the racetrack. So Brandon Brindle wins the race. AJ Sanders has got to finish 6th for Brandon Brindle to win back-to-back championships. AJ Sanders, fierce competitor. AJ Sanders, if we look at his stats coming into, he actually won, like I said. So in 13 starts, he has 7 wins, 12 top 5s, and 13 top 10s. This is hard to read because it's one less than what it says, because this is coming into this past weekend. So, yeah. And then Brandon Brindle, he's up there too. He's got 5 wins coming. Well, yeah, he's actually got 5 wins out of 13 starts. But, yeah. So, I guess he had, coming into this night, this last weekend, 9 top 5s, 11 top 10s. Yeah. So that's going to be a pretty decent task there for Brandon Brindle. But he may be able to do it. It's Brandon Brindle. You never know when somebody's going to have bad luck. It's Bowman Gray. So after going over all these analysis, though, it's time to make some predictions. Excuse me. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you, based on how everybody's run this year, the luck and everything like that, I'm going to be honest with you. I think the points leaders here is going to be your champions. So, 2022 champions for me, Tim Brown, the Rocket, the Tiger Tommy Neal, I think is going to win the championship this year back-to-back. Billy Gregg's, in fact, I think all these, well, except everybody's got AJ Sanders. So, Tim Brown goes back-to-back. Tiger Tommy Neal goes back-to-back. Billy Gregg goes back-to-back. I'm pretty sure. Right? That's right, ain't it? Yeah, Billy Gregg won last year. Billy Gregg and then AJ Sanders, I believe. Those are going to be your champions of Bowman Gray Stadium in 2022 to me. And we'll see what happens next week. And, yeah, so that's Bowman Gray this weekend. Your championship analysis, point standings, results. I'm going to tell you something. If y'all are still here watching this part, y'all are like the goats of this. Y'all just don't know how much I appreciate y'all if y'all are watching. In fact, if the comments are available, and y'all can leave a comment, and y'all are here at this instant right now, go down in the comments and type in, I don't know, pickle. Just type in pickle if you're here at this point of the video. I don't know what. That's just the thing. That's the first thing that popped into my head. Pickle. So go down there, put pickle if y'all are watching at this point. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got for you. Do whatever you do to these videos. God bless. Peace out. As the 10-time modified champion, Burt Myers, he asks, that's a voice crack. He asks you to.
If you haven't subscribed to Charlie Warren's YouTube videos, go ahead and do that now.